There's a difference between shame and guilt. Shame is when I have been doing something natural to who I am at that age and stage, and I'm getting in trouble from the people I love who sustain my life. And what I was trying to show you was that this happens for most Americans pre-verbally, and then it continues to happen because the adults in their life are not comfortable with the expressions that come out. And so they get in trouble, but they don't think until they're like 5, 6, 7, they're not going to think, oh, I shouldn't do that thing or else I'm going to get in trouble. It's not even a thing. They have had all these years of thinking it's who I am. Who I am is not okay because I keep getting in trouble for just the things I naturally do. Like they can't cognate that, but that's what's happening somatically in their body is this sense of something must be really wrong with me because these people I love keep being mad at me and I don't know for what, right? That is different. And I don't think anything that leaves us feeling not valuable because we are valuable at our core. So anything that leaves us feeling that way is shame. And that's not helpful. That makes us feel depressed, unworthy, withdrawn, questioning ourselves, all kinds of things. Guilt is different. Guilt is when I have my own ethic. I don't believe lying is good, or I don't believe whatever is okay. And I do it anyway, and I get in trouble. That thing I feel in my gut is guilt. And it's actually motivating of change. So when you're talking about shame, like there's good shame and bad shame, Tina goes, there's bad shame and there's good guilt. And guilt is, I knew I should have done something different and I chose not to, and I got in trouble and I kind of deserve that. And or even if I didn't get in trouble, I don't like what I feel in here. Inside myself, right? That's guilt. Research actually, when you say, well, if we talk about it, they're going to do it. That idea is a patriarchal idea that has been around for thousands of years. But what research shows us is that when you get age appropriate sex education, somebody's just helping you understand what's going on, puts it in context for you. Those kids get involved with sex later, make safer sexual choices, choose partners that are more kind and more loving, less exploitive, right? And they describe themselves after their partner as having better sexual lives and more fun relationship, right? Because they were given this information along the way. And my favorite part of the research says that kids who have parents that can do this for them, they describe themselves as adolescents as closer to their parents overall. And so there's a book called Not Under My Roof that was written by a Dutch researcher who came to the US and started noticing how adolescents were with their parents around sexuality here. And she thought it was really weird because Holland has had one of the best comprehensive sex ed programs in the world. So she studied families in 2 different towns in Holland and 2 different towns in the US and wrote a book. And for a lot of Americans who read that book, they can hardly believe that a 15 or 16 or 17-year-old would say, I really like this person. I'm feeling like I might want to be sexual with them at some point this year. What do you think? And they talk it through with their parents and they have sex for the first time at one of their homes, not in the back of a car.
Yeah, and their parents watch. It's crazy.
And I'm thinking,
no, their parents don't watch. But their parents might know. Yeah, the parents might know that it's
and then talk about it afterwards.
And then talk about it. Did you feel like you were cared for, loved, listened to, that your pleasure was important, whatever. And so when you ask the question,
I'm so excited for my kids to be teens. They're so not going to have sex though because of me. They're like,
it's so fun. I have 4 kids between 30 and 40. And I tell you what, growing up with them, like watching them grow up and make their mistakes, learn from them, all the things. So I would say to them, it's not a mistake if you can turn it into a lesson. So if you look back and say, I wish I did that different, think about it.
Time.
Yeah, learn what that is and then let that shape you. That's what learning by experience is.